Good to have you once again. You're welcome once again to this video channel where we discuss topics in commerce. I'm sure that previous videos have taught you so much, you've learned something about it. So please make sure you always check up on what you've learned using the exam guide. Please go up to exam guide, open it, and if you haven't gotten it, install it, register, and then be able to access questions, past questions on the topics we are teaching you. So please do that, and it will help you to improve your learning, your proficiency in the subject area. God will bless us to do that. So please, today we are looking at another topic. I want to believe that you actually have your writing materials with you. Surely you do that, okay, so that you can put down new information, examples, and references that are not in your textbook or any other material that you're going to have through this video. That will help you to improve your understanding as you move ahead. So please bring out your materials and keep it by you as we run through this video. God bless you. So today we're looking at cooperative society as one of the business organization as a topic we have. Business unit, of course, you can call it business unit, you can call it business organization as a broad topic. Okay, we have discussed partnership, we have discussed sole proprietorship. Now we're talking about cooperative societies. Okay, let's go. Today we're going to look at these areas. We're going to define what a cooperative society is. Then we're going to discuss the brief history of the society. We're also going to discuss the formation of the society. Then we explain some of the features of the society. Then explain and describe the various types of cooperative society we have. Then state the various sources of funds for them to operate. And we'll talk about the advantages and then disadvantages of the cooperative society. So these are the areas of our consideration today. These 7 areas of area of interest. So let's move. Now we have to define what a cooperative society is. What does it mean? This is a business organization that is owned and controlled by a group of people to undertake an economic activity to their mutual benefit. In fact, group of people, okay? Unspecified, but we're going to specify later as we move on to the types, okay? So these are a group of people who come together because they have mutual interests. They decide to come together to have a united front, a more forceful front to be able to attain their individual benefit in a mutual consent. Of course, that is what a cooperative society is all about. You can see this is just a logo for the Lekki Cooperative Society, old, very old society that has been formed in Nigeria. All right, so it's they have grown, they have a name already, okay? So let's talk about it briefly. The brief history of a cooperative society. Now, the origin of CS dates back to 1808 when Robert Owen, born 1971 and died 1858, established the first producers cooperative society in Lanark, England. It was followed by this by a retail cooperative society established by Rochdale in collaboration with a group of 28 weavers in 1844. So you can see these weavers, right? They weave, but they don't have a market as a group. So they go ahead to do what? To establish a united front for which they can use to sell and make good profit. So that's why Rochdale, right, took it as an advantage and established, right, this particular society. Now you can see this is the building. You can see olden days, very beautiful in that time. Look at them. These are just a handful of them. 28 weavers, all right, founding the Rochdale Cooperative Society. Okay, now in Nigeria, the first producers cooperative society was established in the year 1922, many years ago still, right? Just almost like over 100 years. Yes, 22 to 2022. It's 100 years. So over 100 years, because we're in 2025 now. So yes, 103 years old already. That's a long time ago. By a group of cocoa farmers, and their objective was to what? To achieve reasonable price of their product. They want to sell and make good profit. Okay. Today, a cooperative society can be found in virtually all commercial activities. It has greatly contributed to the development of the country, Nigeria, by improving the standard of living of their members. Okay, that's how. Now, how is it formed? How is a cooperative society formed? It's a voluntary consent of at least 2 adult persons. Voluntary consent, we have a need. Okay, can we join our hands to achieve this needs that is common to us? Yes. So it's a voluntary concept of at least 2 adult persons, individuals, businessmen or traders with common interests, all right, for them to form a society. They pool their resources together to promote the economic welfare interests of their members, all right. The capital of the society is raised from its members through their issue of shares, through their members' contribution and participation. They raise capital, okay. The society acquires a separate legal entity after its registration. They exist as a perpetual person. They exist as an individual because they are registered as a limited liability company. Wow, can you imagine that? Their liabilities are not extensive to their members' private properties. No, they have a legal entity, okay? So this gives a democratic nature to the cooperative society. They operate democratically. So I mean, their meetings and operation method are democratic in nature. They give voice and listening ear to everyone. Okay. How? So that is it. Then the application for form or for forming a society must have the following information. Okay. It must have the following information. All right. 1, the name and address of the society. 2, the aims and objective of the society, what they actually intend to achieve. Is it production? Is it consumption? Is it information? Whatever it is they want to be stated there. The names and addresses of members of the society. Every member's name and the address must be entered in the form that will be given to them to fill. I've been one of them, of course, I know what I'm saying. They shall have share capital and its division. That is the total amount of money they need to start it and how they can go about generating the money. All right, the different aspects of those funds, how it can come, how they can get it, the division of each member's quota in total share capital. All right, good. So the mode of admitting new partners or new members, of course, not partner, is also stated there. How a new member can become a cooperative society member or a member. It is stated there, either the amount the person will bring, the condition that will make the person qualified to become a member, of course, that will be stated there. Then a copy of the bylaw of the society will be provided too. Each person will have their own copy of the bylaw for guidance. Now, what are the things that you look out for to know what a cooperative society is all about? The features, the characteristics that tells you that this is what makes it a cooperative society, so that when you see it, you know. Formation and membership. 1, cooperative societies is formed by individuals who voluntarily unite, not by coercion or by any means of force, to achieve shared goals, with membership open to those who meet their requirement. You must qualify to be a member by whatever standard they have set. Number 2, open membership. Cooperative societies allow individuals to join voluntarily without discrimination based on gender, religion, social status, or political affiliation. No. As far as you have interest and you qualify according to their standards, then you can be admitted to the partnership, or sorry, to the cooperative society. Of course, then objective. A cooperative society aims to promote economic welfare, social development, and mutual support among members by providing fair opportunities for financial growth for each of them, shared resources, and collective decision making. So they give everybody freedom to operate. Of course, as a member, the place is called a democratic setting. All right, it's operated on a democratic means or ways of governance. So nobody is marginalized. Nobody is sidelined. Everybody is important. Nobody is less valued. So in that case, you have a very fair opportunity to become very, very meaningful if you want to. All right. Then you have profit sharing. A cooperative society distributes profit fairly among members based on their participation, ensuring collective benefits. rather than individual financial gain. So in this case, the society ensures that the benefit of the business existence goes round, okay? That everyone who is a member can testify of enjoying the existence of the business. So it gives everybody fair opportunities to become, beneficial, all right, of the goods that comes out of what the business. In profit aspect, of course, you should get according to what your contribution or participation, all right? Now, democratic in nature, like I mentioned earlier on, they operate on the principle of equal participation, where members collectively make decisions and exercise voting rights to ensure fairness and shared governance. It's here you have one man, one vote, one man, one voice, all right? You can't say everything and others will be quiet, except they allow you. But of course, you cannot dominate others because you think you can talk. No, each person has a right to speak at any time the opportunity is available, all right? So management and cooperative society, a cooperative society is managed by elected representatives, right? Not a board, by what? Elected representative or a committee who oversees operation, ensures transparency, and make decisions based on collective members' interests. They have what? Elected representative or a committee, all right? It's not board of directors because they are not something like that. Even though we know that the joint stock company has such, but in corporate societies, you have what called elected representative or elected committee members, okay? Yes. That's the feature explained. So we have various types of corporate society here. Of course, each of them will be explained later or after now. So we'll look at it. Number one is what? We have consumer cooperative society, producer cooperative society, wholesaler cooperative society, and we have retail cooperative society, and we have multi-purpose cooperative society, and we have credit and thrift cooperative society. So what's a consumer cooperative society? This is an enterprise owned by consumers and managed democratically with aims of fulfilling the needs and aspirations of the members. Where, what are they after? They want to be able to buy goods in bulk from the seller, other producer or wholesaler, and buy it at a very affordable price in bulk, and then distribute to units according to individuals' share contribution, so they can have it affordable and enough quantity to go around for themselves according to what you can buy. So yes, that's what a cooperative society looks like. Consumer based. It's based on people who are intended to consume a particular product. They can buy, some people can decide to go, okay, want to buy 100 bags of rice today, this month, and they contribute money and buy it. Some will have 2 bags, some will have 3 bags, but some will have half bag or quarter bag, but depending. So you will be given according to how much you contributed for that particular purpose. Okay, that's what you'll be given. But in this case, they have bought it in a large amount at an affordable price from the seller because they came as a unit, all right? We have producers cooperative society. Producers of cooperative society are owned by people who produce similar types of goods and services, right? They are involved in producing similar type of goods and services. That's why they can come together, because they have common interest. They aim to effectively negotiate prices of raw materials and to access larger markets for their products, so as to increase production returns, okay? In this, they can sell as a unit, all right, and make good profits, good returns, okay, and then share back to the individual members according to their portion of the output produced, okay? Yes, they want to take advantage of price of raw materials to buy it in larger amount as a unit, and then produce according to their strength and sell back to the market, of course, at a very negotiable and profitable price to the larger public, okay? That's producers cooperative society. I have wholesalers cooperative society. This is organized or by wholesalers that buy goods in large quantities to sell to the group of members that each have a share in. Wholesalers here decide some companies don't sell to customers at certain units. They prefer to sell in larger quantities. So a particular wholesaler may not be able to buy from a manufacturer at the agreeable quantity or authorized quantity from the business owner, right? So for that to happen, they may have to combine 2, 3 or more, and they'll pool their resources together to buy it from the manufacturer and then share it among themselves. That's why they can form a society, all right? So it's an organization or wholesalers that buy goods in large quantities to sell to their group members that each other have exchange. So that helps them to be able to access those products without having the complete money to buy from the manufacturer. So they buy it as a unit. So retail cooperative society is another one. This is a cooperative society that's a form of. This is a cooperative society in which is a form of cooperative society in which many small independent retailers pool their resources together to enable them make bulk purchases, and then they sell the goods to the lower prices to their members. Okay, that's what happens. They sell at lower prices to their members. So that's exactly what. So they buy from the manufacturer or from the wholesalers so that they can sell to their members at affordable prices, lower prices as the case may be. Okay, so that's exactly what it is. So this is what we call the retail cooperative society. They buy in bulk and distribute to their members according to how much they have contributed, all right, at a lower price, so that they can make good profits. Now we have multi-purpose cooperative society. This is a society formed by existing cooperative societies which undertake any form of business activity that is profitable. Existing can be together. You can have manufacturers and retailers coming together, all right, to achieve bigger aims, all right. Then, of course, it can be any form. Now, this is a society that is formed by existing cooperative society which undertakes any form of business activity that is profitable to them. Okay. Now, have credit and thrift society. Now, this is a form of society that is organized and provides its members with convenience and secured means of saving money and obtain credit at a reasonable rate of interest without collateral, but deductions from salary on monthly basis is made. So this case is actually a form of financial establishment, all right, that guarantees members of steady funding, all right, whereby they can go to bank, right, to take this loan. They can take loan from this existence and help themselves out until their salaries are paid. So this helps them to cushion the effect of lack of financing their personal needs, all right, lack of money to finance their personal needs. So this will actually make them have money to take care of their needs until their salaries are paid, and then the deductions are made from the salaries directly. So they can also actually provide loans to other people, of course, because they have a pool of funds that's available for people to come and take loan from. So this is what they do. So yes, that's what they're called. They're called credit and thrift society. And this is an example. You can see credit union, like loans are taken, the loans are paid back, right? Salaries are savings are made into the big pot, and then you can see people taking it from other corners, all right? So yes, that's exactly what happens. So that's how it goes. Now, advantages of cooperative societies. To have one in existence, what is the benefit of having one in existence? Is that it encourages savings. It helps you to have money in reserve, to engage in bigger projects, as the case may be, or to advance your financial strength. They are democratic in nature, but everybody is important. They allow mutual benefits for all members. So every member that is there enjoys mutual relevance. Nobody is more important than the other. That's one good thing about it. There's financial assistance. You can actually get financial assistance from being a member of the society, because in this case, you're unable to purchase something individually, but because in a group, you have been able to buy that thing, meaning that they have assisted you to have access to what you cannot have as a person by pulling funds together and assisting you to have it. Yes, it improves members' standard of living because, of course, by what I just said, something you cannot have for yourself by your own self, but because you're in a group, you're able to access it and use it. That means you have a better life, all right? And that in itself is an increment or what in your living standard. So yes, it improves members' standard of living over time. Then lower prices are also encouraged. Because of this, when goods are bought from the manufacturer or the seller at a larger quantity and distributed to members at the units, All right, it makes sure that they buy these things at a far lower price than they would have bought it individually in the market. So it ensures what the prices are lowered for them. Marketing of members' products. For this one, it has to do with the manufacturers association or society, whereby when they produce, they market as a group of people, all right, to the public for onward sales. So it makes them to have advantage in the production and sales of their goods. Then prevention of exploitation. So this also has to do with both wholesalers and retailers. Of course, even manufacturers. So they want to buy raw materials, they will not be exploited because they will buy it as a big firm, all right, or and a very positive output or outlay. They will be able to negotiate at cheaper prices and buy it in bulk and then share among the members. So it helps to prevent exploitation by the third party, all right, involved in the business. So yes, education of their members is one good advantage. So they actually tell the members what is obtainable. They teach them how to go about the business. They actually negotiate and meet in meetings, and they all inform the members of the updates, and they go ahead to do exactly what is obtainable. So this actually helps to grow the society. By when members are duly informed and they are properly informed, there will not be reasons for the society to close down or to have any chaos. Now, of course, there's no one-way traffic in life. Whatever is good has its downside. So because of that, we are looking at the problems or disadvantages in cooperative society. Many times, they don't have enough capital to run the business because, of course, not because of the number of people that are there, but how much do they have to contribute. They may have thousands of people who don't have enough money to contribute to make the business grow. So insufficient capital can be a hindrance for the growth of a society, as the case may be. Then you have inefficient management. Because of the nature of persons that are there, they don't actually look at qualified person. As far as they see you as somebody who's reliable, they can give you managerial posts. All right, they can elect you in a committee. So sometimes you have inefficient management system or illiterates managing the system for them. So it can be a problem of growth. It can actually affect growth of the society. They have high rate of embezzlement. Some of them are just there to take advantage of the money that is there, use it for their personal benefit, and they can't actually return it back. And that becomes the problem, of course. It becomes embezzlement as a crime. So they have high level of illiteracy. Also, members are not well informed. Some of them are not educated, and so, but they are in the society. So they are just passive, and that becomes a point for them to complain because they can become those people who are being exploited. There are problem of loan recovery. Some people are not willing to pay loans they have taken from a trade society, okay, and that becomes a problem because if those loans are not recovered, some people's money are already gone. So members will complain that their monies are being given and cannot be paid back. So that's a problem. So one of the problems of this thing is what loan recovery problem, because it's difficult for some people to pay loan after getting the loan. And what can you do? You cannot kill them. You just pray at them and make sure that they pay or follow the due process to recover your loan. But it may take longer time, and that becomes a problem for themselves. People will need capital to continue their business, and when it's not there, what happens becomes a problem for business to grow. So yes, that's one of the areas of difficulties in cooperative society existence. So how do they source for fund? Cooperative societies can access funds through these mediums. Members' contribution. Of course, any member in society must bring in fund one way or the other. All right? They can do it periodically, or they can be the ones that they contributed at inception. So cooperative society may generate funds through regular savings, share purchases, or membership fees paid by their members. All right, loans and overdrafts from banks. They can actually take money from the bank, all right, through financial support from the bank loan or overdraft facilities. So they can actually access money through the bank because of course they are seen as a legal entity, all right. So the banks can actually give money to cooperative society because they are properly registered and they exist, so they can give them money, much more than they can give to a sole trader. They have more advantage to get money from the banks than a sole trader. Now they also have a source of funding through trade credit, that is, suppliers allowing cooperative societies to purchase goods or services on credit, enabling them to manage cash flow efficiently. So this is one of the sources that they can actually use to access funding for their business to thrive. So yes, you have grant from government. Government actually do give grants to these people because the government wants them to exist. They want to see a way to reach out to the common man. So the avenue to give money to common man to run a business is through what? A cooperative society. So government gives cooperative societies financial aid, all right, through support agencies for economic growth and social development and sector-specific initiatives. So these are the ways the government can actually provide money for the cooperative societies. And then again, they have retained earning, that is clawback profits. More profit made, not completely shared, can be reinvested into business as capital or funding. This can actually help to sustain the growth of the business. All right. Yes. I'm sure that so far you have gone through this with us, and I'm believing that you have a good understanding of what we have discussed so far. So let's look at some questions and borders on this topic. A business unit in which profit is shared on the basis of members' patronage is known as a cooperative society. The next question is, which of the following business units are profit shared on the basis of membership patronage? Cooperative what? Society. Wonderful. So I believe there are many other questions. Just go to the app, you'll find out questions where they are very, very informative and relevant for you. Please use the exam guide because this is a video, can't do all of them for you. So please go over and make sure you pick up questions and answer them. God bless you. See you in the next video. Until then, remain blessed.